Mondstadt in a while. Come on, let's go check up on all our old friends.
I need a full Mondstadtian team for this. Just for the true experience of it. Bro, it's been so long since I've used Eula. She was my first main. Her build's actually decent. What the heck? Okay. Gosh, this is like nostalgic because I'm using Eula, my old main from Mondstadt. Return to special story mode.
Wow, the city is all decked out. Oh, it's beautiful. Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Alright, let's go.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hello,
Hey,
Catherine.
Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
But
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Catherine, I'll be honest.
Take a look around, huh?
Catherine is the unusual one.
It's finally Windbloom, and here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired, no big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa, something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
I'm devastated by this.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Dude, that is not where I thought this was going. We were best friends.
See that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best love, friendship stories is already over.
What was his best love friendship stories? I was gonna say I was certain they were together, so I was very confused with that.
Unusual, Catherine.
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
What is going on, bro?
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine. Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Miles is not okay. I wonder if it's like the abyss, like abyssal energy.
Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Everyone's out of sorts.
Where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
That is very unusual. Kaya!
Is that?
I
Captain
swear she goes
Kaya?
for Kaya.
Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way
Donna,
before?
stop it. Oh no, I need... No, Kyle. I'm flattered, Miss Donna, although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy wind bloom.
I intend to, my dear, but first a question if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master Diluc was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
Donna, what?
But then I saw you, and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
There's something weird going about. Donna not being absolutely head over heels for Diluc is bizarre. I understand I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies, but I do need to see to some business, so I'll take my leave. Guys, like, nah, I'm good.
Here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Not at all, you are the exact two people I've been trying to find, so... Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? The answer to that requires... I didn't read what I was gonna say! Catherine, do you mind?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were
he's gonna
looking
have
for
a private
us.
conversation with us. Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt, but let's discuss the finer details back at the headquarters. Sorry, I'm excited for this quest. Japanese 20 gigabytes? Yeah, okay, on second thought, I'm cancelling this download. I'll get around to it another day. I don't know where I'm going. Oh. There. So I was gonna do the Japanese voice, and then I gave up. It's gonna
Kaya,
take too long.
you found them.
Kaya, you found them. I don't need... Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allow me, you have a note, Captain of the 2nd Company, Scaron, Captain of the 3rd Company, Eula, Captain of the 4th Company, and me, of course, Captain of the 9th Company. Okay.
Oh, you're
You're
all
all
captains?
Why am I doing voices for characters that are already voiced?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Jean!
Traveler, Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside. Oh yes, that would be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all of the captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
I can understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Favonius oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold justice in the spirit of our order. And the Church carries blessings and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. And today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on, the group of people we saw in the corridor just now, there was someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right. He's the captain of the investigation team, but we didn't see him out there.
A keen observation, Traveler. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts about this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Jean, it's time. Uh-oh. Understood. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I've never been excited doing a quest before. Ooh, cutscene. Please sit wherever you like. I only ask that you remain calm no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster VARKA mention, away from Mondstadt for the time being, Jean Gunhilda, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church. Dahlia! Okay, Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as assessor. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the Church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
Dude, Dahlia's so pretty. The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, what did he do? Certain aspects of this case are classified and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown. Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics company, Miss Hertha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Kaya's gonna be Albedo's lawyer. It's so funny. Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
Albedo is silent.
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Beatrice, is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind.
The way his eyes are just closed, like he looks guilty.
I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body. Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
Now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That's right, the next day the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region, conspiring the length of the text. It must have taken considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night? Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
Ooh, Dahlia's voice! I love his voice, oh my goodness. If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
Sus.
The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And yet no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Wait, that's...
So Luke? What? Please tell the court what you saw. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only inquire as to what Mr. DeLuke was doing in that area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, that's all. Master DeLuke is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo, yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
And this is what looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all the remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful now, Master DeLuke. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here.
Oh, like maybe Albedo is using alchemy to make the bodies disintegrate and decompose faster. So all they're finding is like little traces of teeth or bone. That's really screwed up, by the way, if that's true.
Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle. Alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning with Mr. Albedo present. That's right. We were in the library together. I love Sucrose, she's so cute.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He would never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
Oh,
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
Uh-oh. She doesn't know. I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep, not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose, you don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo. I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be substantiated. Do you understand? Yes, I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough, but the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of a motive, or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
I like Dahlia. He is the prettiest of prettiest boys I've ever seen.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
Okay. Correspondence. Oh no, that envelope does look like it belongs to Mr. Albedo.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction refinement?
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
Damn. I trust the investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting and that the letter makes more than passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
Dude, if Albedo is actually a murderer, that would be like super cool, but I know it's probably gonna be not the case. I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive on the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains. The court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken away to the headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter. A secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover. And that's obviously that there are two Albedos. Well, technically three.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? Following in Rhindotter's footsteps, just because he's an alchemical creation, that would only make him more suspicious. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here for the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes, you're needed at Snarsnatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. I bet you it's Venti, who is not voiced, and I'm sad. Oh, the current story seems to be related to your past adventures. Would you like to quickly go over and review these experiences? Begin reviewing. Oh, good. It's giving us stuff about the Dragonspine event. You and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events. Strange, soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced. The ransacking and theft of alchemical notes, and at the campsite, Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain, attempting to lead a child away, and he attacked Eula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant wallflower posing as him. Yet, there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. Oh, Suspedo! Dude, I've never been so hyped over a quest. Oh, it's raining! Ah, Traveler, Paimon, I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me? Of course I was looking for you, Venti. I love you.
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Dahlia knows who Venti is?
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, What is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So you called us here so we could meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Wait then, you know about...
About what?
I love that they're
the fact
besties.
that my tavern-hopping nomad
Twink
of a friend
besties.
is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Ah, well, I knew from the moment Rhindaughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two were in town, no one can afford to slack off. That word, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
Ah, the classic alcoholic. You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
That's the weirdest possible thing that could have happened. Donna being no longer interested in Master Diluc. Truly sus. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, where it is not for a hero who could set us all free. You know, knowing Venti is probably singing, but I'm not gonna
What
do
are you
that.
getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least that's what Barbados would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to temper with fate. If only there were a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time for need. I'm great at reading. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even if Albedo wasn't the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You'll still have to help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold. Bomb! Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals! I don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side. Oh my gosh, is that Venti? Oh my gosh, is that Venti? And Venti? I know all of you must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is as hard for me to accept as anyone, but VARKA once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Traveler, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal and I would do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange and I can't read him for the life of me, but I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigating the case? Yes, it's also time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the joint investigation? No, we'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense. In the meantime, if you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to ask you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Understood. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You've never failed us in our time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service, all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. Ooh! Oh no, am I going to be smart about things? I'm gonna have to put the Crocs in sport mode.
Captain Kaya, surely I can't just...
These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
I miss Mondstadt. I love this.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Alright, I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Alright, this is Albedo's office. Slay. Let's investigate.
Alright, let's
investigate the book. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy! Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
They are fancy. Investigate underneath the book. After moving the book, the desk looks empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow, almost like there's a compartment within the desk. Okay, investigate underneath the desk.
It looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Investigate the piece of paper. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Albedo, what? Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the classified project. I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. We're going to Dragonspine! If this is something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Ooh, hand-drawn maps. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, it could be a body hidden in the last location. Or, at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
Oh boy. What?
Oh, Vent is calling. Let's answer.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff, alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see, so Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case. Why am I honestly not surprised by this? You share what you learned with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhindaughter's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhindaughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even the closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. I don't think the high handwriting was faked. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? I don't know, but I want to.
He's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Venti's silence. Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
Jeepers creepers. What are you doing, bro?
Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll,
He
leave you to it
definitely
then.
overheard.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
I'm going to turn on music. Because if this does get turned into a video, I'm probably going to be hardly cutting it down, so I don't give a rat's. Oh, I press V and that's what comes up. Okay, so, yeah, that's fair enough. I was like, this is awesome, I get to try and figure it out. It's just like, oh, it kinda just told me.
We should be getting close. Oh,
Carefully
look over
examine the
there.
ground. Although everything is covered in snow, as seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this, or a monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? You're back, did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
Tell Jean about the findings from Albedo's office. I see. Complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that are uncovered have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public, and I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Miles! What are you doing? Miles is sus.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Ah, you two, let me know if you're ready. Alright, follow me. Ooh! This looks beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilda, I think that's how you say name, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Ms. Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, The investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Ah, Hexenzirkel male, 46 years old, marital status single, occupation hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. That is very sad. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. DeLuke found is found consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hexenzirkel. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition. That is terrifying.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
I mean, this is about to go public. Bro. Yeah, I might be, convicted of mass murder, but I may be a serial killer, but I don't know why it's so funny to me.
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so
DeLuke's
long for
right
me to
there.
come forward. But the night Master DeLuke saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
What?
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master DeLuke. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body.
Uh-oh.
I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master DeLuke in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. Mr. DeLuke gave her some attention. She got very hyped. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
Let me guess, she's overtired just like that.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
Hertha is a little sus.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
Sorry, a special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on the subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
Evidence we found in Albedo's office? The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. Uh-oh. This was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No! Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well found on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that, but I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Albedo's so sassy. Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine, which reminds me of one location marked on the map we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the location marked on the map as well? Yes. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything uncovered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? Okay. I'm going to interpret the third location. Associate. Oh, why? There's so much to do! As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand that Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that, after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case on the third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wouldn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that Dragonspine incidents happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still a reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Astute as ever.
Questions
I know,
there may
I'm
be,
slow.
but allow me to point out. There is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Yeah, she does make a good point. Allow me to respond to Traveler's point, if you will. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. That is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations. What? There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine. Oh, whoa. What?
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Oh, that's right. Eula was there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain. The third location marked on the map. Oh, that's where his sibling was buried. Okay.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
Hertha, did you hear anything that he just said? No, you're
You deny
wrong.
it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
Did he not just say that he killed someone in self-defense, Hertha? If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair, and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you, exactly like him. So I was right, it does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day, someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. Whoa! Mic drop. I see, then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What? Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What is going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you too.
What is happening? As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Hertha? ... question mark. Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east of Ireland defeated Durin in battle and, with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the first specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen, abandoned in Durin's stomach. An unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project. Oh, yeah.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
Two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing! By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter! How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago! Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
Why would Miles know?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented. You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing.
No, my head.
The scar
My
is
head.
right here.
Oh, scars on her. Oh, why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your information in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left
Albedo
arm.
has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability? A powerful life force and appearance you can change at will, yet here you are. Here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Miles is one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durant's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the
Show
core.
us your arm. Ugh! Have it you- Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Come on, let's go!
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone!
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
She just leaped?
After her!
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk. But before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of the fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of the alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of the plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Luke picked up on the situation long ago before today's proceedings. Wow, that's an involved plan. So everyone in the court knew, most people in the court actually knew about this. Indeed, they're like acting to try and squeeze out the doppelgangers. That's really cool. And there's monsters in the... okay, cool.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not, we've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durant's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced to Mondstadt, and so we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall. Mona! Yo, the whole gang's here. That's so cool. Oh, Venti?
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please. Someone help me.
What's with the freak out? It's just Dad.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens. It's about time, I think, we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when you're not here, you know. Yeah, a lot has changed since we were last in Mondstadt. Monsters started surging in Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core becoming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Duran absorbed the precious imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing button?
Oh, I cut her off. Whoopsie. What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation in Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Duran's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Oh, so he actually did bury the bodies. That was right. He just didn't kill them. Most of those were replaced, had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated two who attempted to attack. Oh, so he did kill them. My bad.
What about the remains D-Luke found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid in transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bone. Oh, that's crazy! The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. When we defeated that doppelganger Whopperflower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember that I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper Flower into a Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day? Yes, that would be Subject 2. When I confronted him and turned his body and buried his body on Dragonspine, so you see at one point there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All those people acting strange, those are the people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them. Finally, it surged to the surface and seized control. So Miles is dead? Is that what they're saying? All those people are dead? Oh wait, no, they wouldn't be. It's Hertha was alive. That was also a goal. If we would force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under his influence would have become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people!
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help. We will use the power of Anemo to restrain them for now. That should give the knights a chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Ah, yes. There's a little secret other people shouldn't know. Ahem, my identity, for example. Keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. Wind.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many!
Gosh, this is just giving me old Mondstadt vibes. Which is literally Mondstadt, but you know what I mean. There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear, all units, or what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication!
What the heck?
How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Invaders. With the blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Alright, now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. And now we get to do a whole fun, like, war thing. I've got things covered here. I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Get back. Gee, that was a close one, I suppose. Thanks, are in order, Master Dulik. I appreciate the help. No need, I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyways. Shoot yourself. Alright, tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial? Ah, because of the fake Hertha? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. Monsters incoming. Ooh, I get to play as them.
Oh, so sorry.
Wait, I gotta check their builds. This is important. Pretty garbage. Pretty garbage. Alright, sweet. If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure?
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control of the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of the cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring that up. Diluc used to be the cavalry captain? Why didn't I know this? Well, keep up the good work. We'll check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Well, believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
That's so cute, Patootie. Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. We'll see you soon. Of course, stay safe. Look at us going. We're running. Oh, cutscene. Oh my goodness, so much is happening. And Barbara? Dude, this is so cool! I'm healing the soldiers. Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, even Mika's here. I thought they forgot about him. They're here, prepare for battle. On guard. No.
On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock.
I'm so sorry, Mika didn't join us.
Prepare elemental countermeasures.
Roger that. Alright, cool.
Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Oh yeah, this is the side gate.
It's all my fault. I knew Klee was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain
Klee's
this to
missing?
Albedo?
Explain what?
Albedo! Traveler! Paimon!
Is there something you need to explain? I hope you know. You can tell me anything.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Klee, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
Klee is not a character that you should be worried she's missing for her safety. You should be worried she's missing for everyone else's safety.
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
She was right next to me.
Oh,
and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
What is happening? What am I doing right now? Dumpty Dumpty go.
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She's not to be underestimated.
Klee, are you here? Oh, there she is. Great work, Klee. She is a terrorist. Hi, everyone! Venti, thank you for everything. Picked up an anxious voice and a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about his world and existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder! No! In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling, it's close. Ooh! Phonia? Oh, Miss Phonia. Need to take your report.
Nothing much to report, actually.
So, during the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company.
Good.
How did
No
everything
problems.
go? I see. You don't mind me asking. Were you alone? Uh-oh, is this a doppelganger? Yeah, look how angry she looks. Yeah, that's a doppelganger. Look at her go, just jogging about. Let's continue this discussion back at the headquarters. I'll figure out a way to free you of his power soon. Alright, the others are looking after Fiona. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happened next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of holding a tripartite conference. Grandmaster VARKA came up with the idea of it a few years ago. VARKA mentioned. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexenzirkel for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard if I hadn't known any different. I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is VARKA really young or something?
I swear, if VARKA looked like that, I'd be mad. I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. Dude, okay, if he looks like that though. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Indeed. So he's probably like 30. I imagine 30. Oh jeez, just indeed. Anyways, the Tripartite Conference is gathering of 3 parties. The Hexenzirkel, the Anima Archon, and the Joint of the Knights of Favonius in the church. No. Oh, I saw this was getting floated around on Instagram. I'm not sure if when I saw it was a leak, so if it was a leak, I didn't know that. I saw people saying this was Alice and this could be VARKA. It was able to facilitate a meeting between VARKA and the mages. Yes, that must be VARKA. That's like what VARKA looks like. He's blonde! Okay, I didn't know that was actually... I thought that was speculative. And I thought to myself, yeah, VARKA looks like that. Damn. VARKA has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages will return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, now I have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course, Traveler, pass that thing.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Just watch and learn. I think this should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait, Barbados?
VARKA? Oh, let's go! VARKA voice drop. Grandmaster. Oops, I put the wrong number. Sorry, VARKA, you're probably busy right now.
Considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Dude, VARKA sounds... VARKA literally sounds exactly how I imagined him to sound like. Ah yes, well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Turns it off. Is Alice gonna be voiced?
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me he hid it beneath a great tree of windrise. That seems like a bit much.
Hello? Who is this?
Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
I love the way she speaks. She gives me Lisa vibes. Like, flirty, dubious. She's dubious. You still remember the... Oh, I still don't know how to say that word. Conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, Captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexenzirkel.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented? Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
We can see Alice? Be right where? Here, as in this office?
Hello again,
oh,
everyone.
Gosh, it scared me. Alice! For goodness sake! Tomfoolering. Hello on Alice, I see you've turned yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Why can't she have just shown up as a person? I wanted to see what she looked like. Instead, she's gonna she's memeing with us.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexenzirkel, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the
They're
long table when you're ready.
definitely, like, keeping Albedo, Alice's, design, like, secretive because they want to, like, build up hype.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Dude, she wants me so bad, I think. That's my office, he's waiting for you there. Okie dokie. I think I missed some.
Have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? I'm on bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
Durin! Hey, not so loud!
Mini Durin? What are you doing here?
Mini Durin. Well, actually, I've been kind of helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you fled away too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks!
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit, even though I couldn't play the games because of the people. I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world. What? The lore drop.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Human transmutation, so you're Albedo's intended subject. Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much as of a right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Becoming human. I know, Albedo talked to me about that. He said Durin and Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive, almost like a beast. But Mum created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can replace out the evil parts of him. Aww. If I'm honest, I don't know what I will look like. If I can still be me once I become one with that part of it. Oh, they're gonna merge Mini Durin and normal Durin to try and cancel out the evil parts of normal Durin. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human, both sound pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know. Albedo told me he's the... I still can't say that word. Cry de Prince. I don't know what it says. A synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the world. Our chemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely! You've just gotta trust one another! Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hat Guy know about this?
That guy! Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. He didn't try to stop me, he just told me to get a move on then. That sounds like Skyrish. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited to. Anyway, I'm really glad to talk to you about this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. Mini Durin is so cute, I feel so bad for him. Your party configuration cannot be changed during the Hexenzirkel's trial. Please choose a suitable party in advance. Recommended elements is Hydro and Cryo, so they want me to do a freeze comp.
Welcome one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit. Tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I tend to kill the evil Durin and Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I'd like to request some alchemical reagents from the Hexenzirkel.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of the immortal monster from the man.
Interesting. What else?
The other portion is of the embryo left by Mother Rhine-daughter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
correct. Duran's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or a millennia, but the day will come. I've spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt. At less than a half of his original strength, there's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Duran entirely. Unfortunately, Duran is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So, the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. I miss Simulanka! Oh! It was created by mages from the Hexenzirkel, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course! It was even the home of one of M's children the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Duran would return to life one day. The experience inspired me. I met the poor soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Duran's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the mare Javari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing on Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
Ooh, gotta pass the Hexenzirkel trial. Understand, I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Traveler to come along. Oh boy.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved the spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another?
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Let me make a formal request. Will you go through the trial with me? Let's do this.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Oh! She shrunk us! It's certainly in keeping with Hexenzirkel's modalities. I've been shrunken down to chess piece size. Oh, we've been shrunken down, sorry.
Whoa, you're so tiny now! Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
Nothing, it's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm this size. She's always so energetic and lively, nothing can dampen her spirits. You'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
This is crazy.
Burst forth!
Stop, Albedo!
Burst forth!
Burst forth!
Moments of birth!
Let the magic
Witness my great undertaking!
Albedo, you're stealing my moment.
Coming to be!
Alright.
Ugh, it had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well done, but this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are. Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to run. So, in the spirit of Rhindaughter, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbeloth Trismegistus, to you. Oh, Albedo, you're always so charming and delightful. Unlike my own student, she can be so full of herself. I do wish she'd take a leaf out of your book.
Witness my great uplift!
I think I've almost killed it. I did it! Oh yeah.
Yes, very well done.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest. Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbeloth. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Yes, Alice, please turn us back to normal.
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
I'll be honest, Paimon was
nice
not
to
that
have
easy.
you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Go to Dragonspine. Okay, say less. Ooh, we're going into Durin's Heart.
You sure? Is it warm in there? May Paimon ask a question?
I'd like to ask a question too. You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemist perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So, to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much a matter of preference, rather. As things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof, but then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps one of the most unique among humans in that I am only one of my kind. Finished. Oh, it's beating!
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. Oh, okay. We don't need that much. Instead, just remove the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Duran's body should finally die for good. Return to Mondstadt. I'm so hyped for this. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of. Okay, cool beans. Where am I going now? Wait till 2 days later. This is probably gonna be one of my longest Genshin videos on my channel, just because it's gonna be so like little edited. As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that try to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. It's gonna be Venti. Yeah! Let us give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard.
Wow! Amazing!
Venti!
Oh, no way! You're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you'd like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather around and lend me your ears. Wholesome! Ooh, cutscene! Oh, I love this. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, it's getting for Victor! Oh my gosh, the whole city's aglow! Oh my gosh. Holy crap, that's stunning. No way, are we gonna see human Duran? It's so nice seeing a Mondstadt cutscene in like modern Genshin. How was it? Not bad, right? Oh my gosh. Oh! That's stirring.
Albedo, how did everything go?
How did everything go? Okay, please. Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Can we see him? Correct, however, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. They just teased us! I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression if she had seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Granddaughter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time, I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting alive. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me. Get to know me and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding a life is in some sense equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves!
Dun dun dun! Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I've found this whole series of events has given me quite a new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see these events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence of my brother has enjoyed this far. I fear that the carefree existence of my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexenzirkel shows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval. Since devouring Naberius, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Naberius? What's
What
Naberius?
is Naberius? It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
What, the law drop? Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the rule of life, all I truly know is this: Naberius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Naberius are now one. Excuse me? In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Hearing you say that means means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Slay. Thank you. I'll get going. Man, I wish I had voices. Oh well.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
That's a good question. Wanna take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom now, could I? Or what do you think of the Cecilia? It's quite fitting. The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as gentle spring breeze. Perfect for this season. Give me your hand, huh? The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexenzirkel wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow! A gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets,
Okay,
huh?
but what is it? According to the sender, you are probably the only person who could make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs with you. Alright, thanks. What is it? Although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal, I suppose the reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Oh my gosh, Paimon being nice to Venti? When does this happen? Really? I'll hold you to that, you know. No going back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like the festival was made for me or something. It's like the festival was made for you or something. Wow. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for the hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness waned, faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. Bro. I want to see Durin, man. Alright, well, that was the Archon Quest. I've never done a quest playthrough before. Sorry if me voicing the characters was terrible. I didn't get to voice all of them because I like ran out of breath a lot. Because, yeah, that was lots of talking. It was like 4 hours. That took me about 4 hours to complete, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. And I'm so excited for Durin. I'm so glad we got to come back to Mondstadt. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.